Good morning. I'm Ron. I'm the accidental farmer here at Kings Grant Farm. This morning, right now, it's about 5:45 in the morning. My wife is actually away this morning, and I figured I'd take you on what we have to do in the morning for feeding the animals. I haven't shown you a lot of the animals on the farm, but please come and help me feed our chickens, the lambs, the other chickens, the goats, the cat, and of course the dog will tag along. So please join me and I'll show you what it takes just to feed these guys early in the morning. The chicken area is still a work in progress. You'll see the posts out here, but what we have is we have these feeders here. I just go around and check a couple of them first, make sure they have plenty of, they have enough for the morning. I know the other one does. I fed that late. I did add water to the waterers in the area we have. I try to do this in the evening before we start. So it gets a little loud. And of course the door. This is always comical as they come out. Trying to do this with one hand. Oop. They actually shut it. That's a first. I believe there's a couple more in there. So they also have this area down here that's all fenced in. And there they go. We've got some here. And then we have some on the other feeder. So they already had their food and water set up for this morning. Last night I took care of that. But on some mornings we do have to take care. But one other one that we haven't shown yet, which I'll show you now, is right around the corner right over here, is that we have quail. So let's go check out the quail. So here is the quail. The quail are all set. They have their food already. I'm not going to open it up. With one hand, sometimes you have to protect yourself so they don't get away. But quail are doing great. There's 6 of them in here. And we'll leave them be for now. We just took care of the chickens and the quail. We're going to head over to the goats now. Excuse the bumpiness of this. So we go in the front of the barn and come down that way. We have to feed the male and the female goats separately. They actually have a different diet. There's iron in one and not in the other. So we'll head over to the goats. We'll also feed the sheep and we'll take it from there. Here we are in the goat area. This area I'm in right now is the prep area where we prep our food, such in the back. And then on the other side of this is the goats. We have 8 Nigerian dwarf goats. I'm going to get the food ready and then I'll touch base back when we're feeding them. We're feeding the boys right now. Sorry, 3 of the boys. That's Finn, Eli, and Brady. And on the other side, excuse my chest, but right here is we have 5 of the girls. They're very, very happy. They're separated now. I'll go do something else and come back, and they'll pretty much be done, and we can let them be back. So they do have hay. We also got to check their water after we open up their stalls, clean out their water, and give them some fresh water. So that's the second or third animals we feed. We're heading down now. We're going to feed the lambs. The lambs get a dry food and make sure their hay and water are okay. We're going to turn the lights on. You can hear them in the background. And I believe the lambs right now are probably the easiest animal to feed. The lambs, let me see if they're peeking at us, getting ready. Look at them in there. There they are. They're getting ready for some food. So the trick here is with the lambs, they're very sneaky. If I open this door, they're going to try to come out. At least two of them are. And as you're trying to catch those, the other two are going to try to escape. So we figured out for now a way to avoid that. And got to open this large door. And I put the food on the other side of the door. And then I'll get inside the stall from the outside, and I'll be able to bring the food in that way. So that's one way we figured out how to make this work. Well, the lamb food is outside. They don't have it yet. But now we also have to check on the other chickens. So we have smaller chickens. Chicks, if you want to call them. They're 5 weeks old yesterday. And we keep them separated because they're so small. So what we're going to do here is we'll open up everything, give them some air. I'm in the stall. We have a giant cage back here. See this big cage? They're all in there. Whoa. There we go. Let's give some nice bright. So let me scoot down here, and you can see some of the chickens. There's 18 of these chicks. They will, they're actually some of them are pretty good size. They will be brought outside probably at about, size-wise, we'll go by size, but they're probably going to be about 12 weeks old before they go. So they're going to be in here. Eventually we'll let them be outside in a small little pen. It's probably going to be about 3 feet high, though, because these guys can jump. So they have just a regular seed, similar to outside, but it's a starter feed for smaller ones. Smaller chicks, it's not the same kind of feed we have outside. Of course, everybody around here gets fed differently, so we always go in to pick up some kind of food. I checked the water last night. They don't drink a ton of water, so we should be fine with water. But we will check. So here we are in the cage. They're a little skittish. You can see them all over there. This is going to be nice when they get a little bigger and they're brought outside, because there's so many kinds of birds. Usually we're only buying Rhode Island Reds and the Leghorns. But here there's a mixture of birds, so I don't really know what we're going to get out of this. But a lot of colors, and we'll go from there. So the chickens are done. The little chicks are good. I glanced in with the water. The water's fine, so we're good there. Now we have to go around, unlock the lamb doors, or the sheep doors, and open up the goats, and then we can free the goats. Then we're going to come back and we're going to feed the cats. So we have 4 barn cats. 2 of them are in cages right now, getting used to it. We just got them delivered. And then there are regular 2 barn cats who are just hanging out. All the animals get along with the cats. Cats get along with all the animals. And then we have to take the dog for a walk. So this is our every morning routine. Usually around 6 a.m. we do this, depending on the day. So let's go open outside. I'm in another corral now, not a corral, stall now. And these are our barn cats. These two guys here, there's two different cages. These are cats that actually stay in these cages for 30 days. They get used to the barn. Then they're released from the cage into this one stall. And they get to know the barn's sense and feel like this is home because they're being fed here. And they know their food's here all the time. We did this with our other barn cats, and they're great. They're here for mice population and any other kind of rodents around the farm, and they do get along with the other animals. So just gonna slip some dry food into these cages, but it's just another step in feeding the animals. I walk Daphne now in the back field. Daphne's 13 years old, maybe a little older than that. This is Daphne. Daphne is a rescue that we got 13 years ago. Everybody needs a dog. So Daphne doesn't go for long walks anymore. Gets a little tired, so she's living her best life right now. So we'll take a little walk in the back field. Take a glance over at the bees. Make sure they haven't been touched or tipped over by a bear or a skunk or something like that. And then I can eat. So that's our morning routine. Thanks for joining us. I hope this all makes sense. It's just a little busy morning. Most mornings are around here. But we do get to have this in the backyard. So we're very, very fortunate for that. So anyways, enjoy your day. I hope your day is a little quieter in the morning than ours are. But that's what farm life is. Thanks for joining us.